everybody. So we're going to be doing this ship tour kind of the same way like how I did the last one on the Norwegian Escape. I'm going to speed it up in some points, but I'm starting from the highest deck, kind of working my way back and forth. I'll put a little map on the screen with like a little red dot of where I am. That way you can get some idea of perspective. But right now I am on deck, technically deck 14. It's not a classified deck. This is the, I believe it's called the Sky Pad on the Mariner of the Seas. Now they put these back on 2018, but something happened. There was an injury or something like that, where somebody got hurt while using the Sky Pad, and Royal Caribbean disbanded them on the ships. They kept the structure on, but they took out the trampoline and the virtual reality section, and now they kind of use it as outdoor play areas, so like Bago and sort of like that, and events. But right now they still kind of use it, but this is all it is. It's not any fun anymore. Down below is the entire sports court. You have the slides right here. You can see a sneak peek of them there. Flow rider down here. Little kids climbing area with some hammocks and stuff like that. You have the full-size basketball court, the rock wall. We'll see all that in a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over in front and go to the Crown Lounge. I believe it's called the Ellingtons or something like that is the correct name, but I've always just called it the Crown Lounge. Over there is also the Suite Lounge, as well as the Diamond Lounge. Awesome area to hang out if you want to see the pool activities, if you want to watch the pool dock, or the ship dock, any of that. But I will show you inside the Diamond Lounge because we have access there. Suite Lounge, however, I won't be able to show you that. So, like I said, we're going to move over there, and I'm going to show you the rest of the ship, just slowly but surely. We are currently on the true deck 14. Now, right here used to be the chapel. This used to be the chapel where people can get married on board, but Royal Caribbean has slowly started to phase that out of their ships, which I don't know why, because it's kind of cool to get married on a cruise in like a true chapel, but they're starting to get rid of that. But this is the escape room. The first time we were able to do it, it's really challenging. They give you an hour to do it, and we still weren't able to do it. However, you do it with other people. So whenever you reserve it, you're not reserving it just for you and your family. I believe we had 6 other people with us, so 8 people in total. There might be more, there might be less. I'm not 100% sure how it goes, but people do help you. So I'll give you just a quick little look over at the Crown Lounge. Oh, and another thing is that deck 14 on the port side aft is the only elevators that come up to the Crown Lounge. Other than that, nobody else can come up, or you can come up here, but it'll be a little bit more difficult to come up here. You have to get the elevators on deck 14. Bathrooms right there. You have a little bar right here, no dance room. As you can see, it overlooks the entire front of the ship. And over the ocean. Really cool area. And back in this corner, if I can find my key card, is the Crown Lounge, or Diamond Lounge, as they call it. You can only get in here if you're Diamond, Diamond Plus, or Pinnacle. some food. Set out some appetizing like that. But as you walk out the sliding doors over, this is the rock climbing wall on deck 14. Spans the back of the funnel. It's pretty challenging, but fun at the same time. The only difference between this one and an Oasis class rock climbing wall is this one's much more jagged. Oasis class is flatter, but it's steeper, or not steeper, it's longer. So it spans a much higher distance than this one, but this one's more jagged. So they're equally fun, but they're different. So this is another overlook of the sports court area. I'll give an overview of this one because this is deck 13. So I'll start. So here's the racing slides. You climb up this ladder and you can go down to there. The exit's right here. Here's the flow rider, and here's the kids climbing area. This is all deck 13. And then right over there is the basketball court. But really interesting area. It's pretty much the same, the sports court area on every ship, but I really like this area back here. It's a lot of fun things to do. So now I'm walking down to deck 12, and I'm going to walk all the way forward, and then I'm going to go back up. That's where the putt-putt course is, which is a really fun putt-putt course. I think they renovated that back in 2023, like I was talking about. Like, they renovated a lot of the pool deck area, but they missed the staterooms, which is fine, but like, I kind of think that's where you would want to start. I mean, that's where a lot of people spend the most time. So yeah, I'm going to walk over there now. Alright, here's the putt-putt course. It's 9 holes. Me and my family did it earlier in the cruise. But it's pretty fun and challenging at the same time. It's not just like a silly putt-putt course. They added some fun things in here to make it a little more difficult. But yeah, you also get a nice cool view of the front of the ship, and so it's a nice spot they put putt course. So now I'm going to go down. There's bar on deck 12. Yeah, there's a few things to do. Alright, so just after a short little walk, I'm now on deck 12 forward. Right around in front of me, right here, is the spa, or the top part of the spa. There's some more staterooms up here. There's not much forward deck 12. If you walk out this one, you can overlook the solarium right here, which I will show down in a second. It's also the jogging track, which I'll walk it real quick and then we'll... So here's the pool deck. On each side, there's these 3 little terraces for Pinnacle and Suite Club members to use these. They are reserved for them. There's a side over there and a side here. Here is the Sky Lounge, which is a bar, and you can sit in there if you'd like. Overlook the entire pool deck. That's the Crown Lounge that I was talking about. And then there's a pool, the TV right there that they'll play movies and like action videos, that sort of thing. You have 2 pools in the adults or the family area, and then you have 1 pool in the solarium area with 2 hot tubs. Over here you have 4 hot tubs, 2 of which are covered. But it's a fun area to sit and kind of get away from the crowd a little bit. More people want to be down there than they want to be up here, so it really just depends on what you want. Back part of deck 12 is also where a lot of the teenage and kid areas are. Here is Johnny Rockets right here too. And as you walk around, you'll see a lot where the kids areas are. Arcade over here as well, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, it's just kind of like a kids area. Deck 13 with a sky deck. See, here's Johnny Rockets. You can sit outside. But yeah, it's a good area back here. Here's the arcade. It's a fairly large arcade, but here you also have some of the kids areas. So you have Royal Babies and Pops over here. You have Adventure Ocean or Aquanauts, and there's 3 to 5. Adventure Ocean is back there, which is your older, and then you have I believe it's called the what's it called? Fuel. That's like 15 to 18 years old. But yeah, that's all of deck 12. So now I'm going to go down to deck 13, which is the pool deck. There's going to be a lot going on, so I'm not going to stop. Just because there's families and not a lot of people being filmed, so I'll just do a time lapse over there. I'll voice over if I see anything that needs to be talked about. So yeah, walking in the pool deck, there's that hot dog a la carte restaurant right there. So this is a really cool part of the ship, especially with me going into my degree. So right here, as you can see, that's the bridge, one of the bridge links. And I love seeing this stuff. I'm a very technical person when it comes to this. Oh good, there's nobody here, so I can talk as much as I want without looking weird. That's my biggest problem about filming. Like, I look like a complete idiot sometimes. You can look in and you can see all the crew as they're talking and everything. It's really interesting. And then when they're in control of the ship. And so I actually got to talk with the captain and talk about my degree and talk about my career path, and it was a very exciting experience. And so if you have a degree that you're concerned about, or not concerned about, but if you're intrigued about and you want to know more information, don't hesitate to ask. Like, I went out of my way to find the captain, and he went out of his way to talk to me, and it was the best experience I've ever had. I've talked to captains in the past, but Captain Panos from Greece on the Mariner of the Seas is an awesome guy, and I got to talk to him for a good while about my career option, and he's extremely respectful. He will always take his time to talk to you. But that goes for every career. So if you're interested about becoming a lawyer, get in contact with a lawyer. Let them tell you about what their experiences were. Get them about their schooling and everything like that. So life lesson of Peyton. But yeah, no, it's always find what you want to do and learn more about it before you commit, you know. So yeah, back to the truth. Yeah, so sorry about my life lesson story right there, but right there is the bottom of the gym, and here is the bar. So that's the pool bar right there. They have like a live band going on here. You have the 2 separate pools, all the pool area, and then you have the solarium bar back there that I passed. And yeah, so it's great. Coming up in front of me is the ice cream area, and here is the Windjammers. All right, so there's nothing to do on deck 10. In fact, there's nothing to do on deck 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 at all. Those are all stateroom decks. Typically, there's like a library or RC Online, but Royal Caribbean is phasing those out. In fact, the library is actually on deck 4. So yeah, I'm taking this time to just talk a little bit. Yeah, so far that was just all the pool activity decks. Anything below here is all just fun things to do. I don't know if you can see right here. Yeah, you can see a bit of the Royal Promenade. And these portside elevators are the ones that go up to deck 14 and Crown. These only go up to deck 12, which is right there. So big difference. And if you want to go to deck 14, try to get portside aft. because other than that, you have to go up, go walk to these elevators, or walk to the stairs in the back, and then walk back up. Or you can just walk straight here and then go all the way up to deck 14. It's up to you though. But as you can see, there's some of the promenade cabins, which we actually have that one right there. That's our cabin. So you can see a lot of activities. All the way down there is deck 3. That's where your photo gallery is. This is the top of Royal Promenade, which is deck 5. Deck 4 is right there. There's a casino in there. I'll show you all of this in a second. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. But yeah, no, so I'm just going to go skip straight to deck 5 is the first one. A tour of an interior promenade room. This is room 7311, and here's the door, so we're going to go inside it. So as you can see, it's a very simple room, much like all the other cabin tours that we've done. You have your closets right here, your multiple shelves, a nice safe, some white coat hangers. It's always nice. And then right to my right,
yes, I'll do it.
you have, yeah, go ahead, do it.
Okay, then we have just your basic toilet, your full mirrors, everything. Storage down here, storage. Oh, they don't have. Oh, yes. Storage in here. And then instead of the curtains, you have the, what's it called? Glass.
Yeah, the shelf.
Which is always way nicer, in our opinion.
Yeah, and so you don't have a flat screen, or you have a flat screen. You don't have a massive TV, but it's enough to watch something you keep busy when you're going to sleep and everything like that. You have 4 shelves right there, and then you have 4 more shelves right there to store all your things, and maybe your least favorite child if you want it.
Oh,
and then over here you have 2 bedside. We split the bed. This would typically be a king size or a queen size bed? Queen size bed. You have your storage over there. Over there you have your thermostat. And now the interesting part, which sets this
oh, you were gonna do vanity?
Oh yeah. So then you have your vanity right here. You have a little refrigerator.
Oh, or just move them. Oh,
Yep.
oh, there we go.
So it's always nice if you ever want to go to the buffet and you want to keep some cheesecake. Some storage.
Storage on that.
Storage right here. Now the one thing we noticed that sucks about cruises is they always seem to never give you enough ports. There's only 2. That's why if you watch one of our other previous videos, we tell you things to bring, but always bring a port extender, preferably one that's cruise ship approved. That way you won't get it taken whenever it goes through security. All right, and so Maddie's gonna do the view.
Then we have just 2 nice couches, and then we have this view over Promenade. That way. And then you have your curtains that go all the way and they're blackouts, so even though these lights are still on at night, you can't see through.
Now, couch review. This one is a solid 6 out of 10, and this one's a solid 2 out of 10. That's kind of wood. Don't know why. But yeah, so if you
Because you're on a window.
Yeah, that one's, I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't. But yeah, no.
Okay, we're done with your positions. Oh, looky there.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, so now I'm doing another review. So this is a balcony. This is our parents' room, room 7312. It's an insert, not a tap, which is fine. But it's a little bit more annoying, especially to wear lanyards. So walking in, you have your thermostat, a little couch right here. This does not fold out, so a couch is a couch. Queen size bed. A little safe right here, about the size. I mean, it's not that big, but you have some storage up there. Vanity mirror with storage on either side instead of just one side. Bunch of storage there. You have a nice little refrigerator, so if you have any drinks or anything you want to store. The outlets situation is still not the best, but typical on a cruise ship. Closet, just a normal closet. Same one we have in our interior promenade view, except there is a safe on that one side. A full-sized mirror. Bathroom. Exact same, actually. As we keep walking towards the back, you'll come to the balcony. We're at sea right now, so there's not much to see outside, but. And then right here is the light switch for the balcony, so you can sit outside at nighttime and still see everything you're doing if you want to hang out. Let's head out here. Oh, little lock. It's a little finicky. There it goes. So if you do have rooms next door, these do open up, so you can. Oh, 1 second. There we go. But the cool thing about this room is it kind of has like an overhang, so you can see forward of the ship. But it's a little humid outside, so yeah, that's what's happening. But one thing we noticed with these balcony rooms is that this ship needs kind of a little upgrade. It had a dry dock back in 2023, but what I researched is that they kind of focus more on the pool deck. So little things weren't touched up, like this little child lock right here. It's kind of a little difficult to work. Kind of rusted some areas, and I mean, it's little things really. I call them, on a lot of the Voyager classes that haven't been upgraded, they have the Pepto-Bismol hallways, which you probably saw at the beginning of this video, but the pink isn't too eye appealing. So yeah, so this is a balcony room, a standard balcony room on the Mariner of the Seas. It's a really nice room, a lot of open floor space compared to me and my sister's room, which is a little bit more tight. But yeah, no, they're great rooms. What do we have here? Some pastries. But other than that, it's not much more you can ask for. I kind of like the setup. It's typical on every cruise ship. So yeah, that is the room tours. Alright, so we're on deck 5 now. Quick little elevator ride from deck 10 to deck 5. Deck 5 aft is the top deck of the main dining room. It looks like that throughout the entire main dining room, so I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but it's 3 levels that you can look into is the main dining room. But looking forward, here is the Royal Promenade, which is one of my favorite features on all the Royal Caribbean ships from 2001. It's Voyager class, Freedom class, Oasis class, and Quantum class all have a Royal Promenade. Quick history, it actually came from a Royal Caribbean architect who enjoyed how a ferry looked with the promenade and everything, and so that's how he started designing the ships, and ever since then, people loved it. People loved the open space, and Royal Caribbean stuck with it. So yeah, very cool area. I'm going to show you there's a lot to do. There is lots of bar options, there's shopping, there's eating options, there's everything in the Royal Promenade, and I'm going to show you it now. So, like, for instance, here's the port merchant. You can buy some alcohol, liquor in there. Here's like the Royal Caribbean shop. It's called the Market. A lot of Royal Caribbean sponsored items. Here's the bamboo room. Jewelry and watches. Let's see, there was Next Cruise, excursions, and guest services over there. Here's one of the entrances to the casino. Here's the pub. It's called Barnacle and Barrel here. Here's a beauty shop. You can get cosmetics, perfume, that sort of stuff there. This is typically called Sorrento's, but for some reason they changed it to Cafe Promenade. And then here's Playmakers, which has a pool table, which is weird. If your boat's rocky, then your billiard balls will go everywhere. But yeah, so that was all of the Royal Promenade. So really fun area, lots to do. And so now I'm walking forward to here, which is the Star Lounge. They have like activities in here. There's a bar in here. They do like karaoke and everything in here. It's a good area to hang out. the Voyage of the Seas was actually the Diamond Lounge. So yeah, it's a good little area, quiet area. So now I'm going to be going down to deck 4. So deck 4, you can actually walk outside and view the ship. It's a nice area where the lifeboat is. It's the boat deck. Walking forward, right at deck 4, which actually you walk up to deck 5 technically, is the helipad, which is the helipad. Nope. Great area to take pictures. Bam. Very Oasis class doesn't offer it. Quantum class doesn't offer it. Vision class doesn't offer it. Radiance, Voyager, and Freedom class offer it. It's a great place to go. You can take pictures up here. You can do this with Oasis class, but you have to pay for it. You can do photo ops over there, where they'll take like professional photos for you, which we've never done before. So I mean, weird. But yeah, no, I'll go back down to deck 5 real quick, or 4, sorry, deck 4, and I'll show you the rest of deck 4. That's kind of like another entertainment place where the casino is, and some more bars like Schooner Bar and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll show you that right now. Alright, so if you are an upper level person to a theater, deck 4 is where you want to go, because it's locked right now, but this is the second level of the Royal Theater, and so you can see it in here. I'll insert a picture of the Royal Theater. Beautiful theater, typical on all cruise ships, except the Norwegian ones. I don't understand those, but very unusual. Anyways, yeah, so if you want to go there, Royal Theater, the entrance is just around the side right here. But as you walk this way, here is Izumi, and then Schooner Bar right here. They're holding trivia right now. But yeah, I'll walk this. So here's Bolero's Bar, and then over here is the Starbucks right there. Yeah, it's kind of empty in deck 4. Really, it's mainly meant for the casino, and if you want to go outside real quick on the lower deck. And then right here is the second level to the main dining room. But yeah, so now I'll move on to deck 3, which is Studio B. Alright, so there's only 3 reasons why you should go to deck 3. 4 reasons. First of all, if you want to go to Studio B, which they've only held one ice show this entire cruise, and I didn't go watch it. If you want to go look at art, or buy art, if you want to get a picture, or if you want to eat, which is, deck 3 is the last dining room area. Here's actually the dinner menu for tonight. Italy theme. But yeah, there's nothing to do in deck 3. I'll actually show you right here. I mean, it's the only other thing I can say is that it's the bottom of the theater, which I'll show you a picture of anyways, but other than that, it's just a whole lot of rooms. Studio B takes up half of it, because you can't walk through Studio B, so it's weird. But this is going into deck 2 right here. Can I even get, oh no, I can't. That's the problem about Studio B, is that you actually have to walk up to walk over. So on deck 2 all the way forward, a lot of people wouldn't be interested in it anyways, but I'll show you just real quick. Conference center. That's it. So unless you're doing meetings here, well, actually I lied. There's one other thing in deck 2, and it's by the conference center. It's the loyalty desk. So if you are interested in talking about your status with Royal Caribbean, if you need anything done, such as your pins, anything like that, deck 2 is where to go. Other than that, on deck 1 is the medical facility, which I hope none of y'all ever have to go to on deck 1. I think somebody did have to go on this cruise, which is sad enough to have your cruise vacation in a medical facility. But yeah, other than that, this ship is a beautiful ship. I wish they would have renovated the rooms a little bit. They need to touch up a few things, which I think we talked to the captain. It is going in dry dock in February. Sorry, I hate it when people walk through when I'm talking to a camera. It just looks really weird. Anyways, yeah, it's going in February, so they'll touch up a few things again. They need to do a paint job. Not terrible. I've seen some pretty bad ships. There's just things that they need to fix up. There's things that are dented, there's things that are broken, that they just need to fix. Like in our hallway where our room is, the picture frame is shattered. Like, come on. Like, that's easy to fix. But other than that, Royal Caribbean does a great job. I know it's an ocean, I know it's humid, things will break fast. And unless they stay on it every single day, that's just what's going to happen. So I don't blame it at all. Other than that, this ship is a great ship. It's the last of the Voyager class. But yeah, no. So I hope you found this video helpful so you can